All right, let's go live. We are going live on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. We are talking about social media and AI. Mario, let's let everybody in on the Zoom as well.
All right. Green light.
Recording
Everyone
in
who can
progress.
come in.
Welcome, everybody. We are live on social media. We are live on Zoom. We are talking about AI. We are talking about social media. We're talking about creative ways to use AI for social media. So let us know where you're tuning in from, what brokerage you're with. I'm going to take a look at the social media, make sure that's all flowing over there. Yes. So welcome to the call, everybody. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what brokerage you're with. We are about to get started.
Yeah, let's get this party started. It's Friday. Think about your Friday night. Let's feed our brains with quality, nurturing information to make our business and our souls grow. And let's have a good time. Let's get some AI education happening here.
Happy Friday indeed. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome Tanya from EXP. Welcome Pat from Maryland with EXP. Welcome Christian from Tennessee. Welcome Laura with Remax. Welcome Jacqueline with Remax. Kathy with Coldwell Banker out of Massachusetts. Albert with Coldwell Banker out of Boynton Beach, Florida. We got mortgage and real estate on the call. Welcome, everybody. And how many of you are first timers on our Friday masterclass? Say first timer in the chat. If you've been here before, say I've been here before. I love it. Let us know, our raving fans in the audience, who are you? We're about to get started on social media and AI. This is really a training on how to use AI, all the different technology tools that I'm going to talk about, how to leverage ChatGPT to do some really interesting prompts. You're actually going to learn today about that silly prompt that everybody's been using with the action figure, but I'm going to take it to a whole different level. I think that's overdone, used up. Now it's time to get creative. Awesome. We got Nels, who's been here before. I think he was here yesterday, too, with Sean Cannell. We got Jacqueline, love it, been here before. Claudia, always try to be here. I love that commitment, Claudia. Thank you so much. Dominic, look forward to the call every Friday. Thank you so much. And it's crazy, Mario. This was just a thought we had. We said, you know what? Let's do this thing on Friday, just like we did back during the COVID days, where we did webinars every single day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now we're bringing back this Friday masterclass, and I got to say, I love it. This is one of the things I really look forward to in the week, is being with all of you and putting together some amazing content, educating you all on how to take it to the next level with your social media, with your AI. Nell says, yes, I was there yesterday for the session. So we had a special session yesterday on YouTube with the #1 best-selling author of YouTube Secrets, who was on the call yesterday for the YouTube Secrets and learned all about video and YouTube and video marketing. That was next level. You will have access to the replay. I'm going to give you access. Awesome. Ray says, I was here yesterday. Yes, yesterday. So I love the commitment, right? You're here yesterday. You're here today. We're going to learn even more stuff. Mind-blowing overload. Awesome yesterday. Awesome. Mario, anything you want to add before we get started, get this party going?
Yeah, for everyone that's new, welcome to the community. This is a community. The difference between a community and a presentation is that you just come here to get a little bit of information, and hopefully you'll be smart enough to use it. But here in this community, we actually are committed to having the entire real estate industry grow, to elevate their standards, to take advantage of current and emerging technologies, to get expert help, and to put this to the test. And we put ourselves in your shoes all the time. We're looking for ways how we can save you time, save you money, make you take a leap forward rather than taking turtle steps. So welcome to the community. Before the end of this presentation of this time together, let us know, all you newbies, how was your experience, and if you're gonna come back and maybe bring some friends.
Bingo. So let's get into it. Let me just make sure I can move my screen along here. Awesome. So we are coming on the tails. How do I fill the shoes of who we had yesterday? Right. But I think I got some amazing content to bring for you today. So yesterday we had Sean Cannell, who is the best-selling author, YouTube Secrets. He has a 3 million subscriber YouTube channel. He teaches everybody how to do video. I've read his book. I follow his stuff. My friend Ben Azadi read his book, follow his stuff. My friend Ben Azadi has 400,000 subscribers now on his YouTube channel. I mean, it's crazy what YouTube can do to change your life. When you hear about influencers, a lot of this is YouTube, right? So we taught yesterday on the subject of YouTube. We gave away a gear guide of all the best equipment you need to get. And by the way, I was amazed that when Sean recommended the equipment, I had the equipment he recommended. I was like, oh yeah, I'm following instructions, right? So I have these microphones. They're amazing. These lavalier mics. I did have the same tripod stand that he recommended. So I'm going to give you all an opportunity in case you weren't here. If you were here yesterday, you got it. If you were not here yesterday, say, I missed it. Let us know in the chat. We're going to give you an opportunity to catch the replay to get the free guide that he gave you on all the gear. Because if you're going to get into social media and you're going to do video and you're going to do, anything with video, you need to get some gear, basic gear. Like your phone is great and you just need a little bit more to take it to the next level. So awesome. I see a lot of people missed it. Cool thing is we're organized over here. We're going to give you an easy way to get the replay. We're going to give you an easy way to get the guidebook. And you can see the kind of people that Sean works with. Gary Vaynerchuk, Brennan Bouchard, Lewis Howes, like serious players. But he launched an entire training for real estate that we did yesterday. So you definitely want to catch this replay. This was the biggest event we've ever had at Real Grader, right, Mario? I mean, how many people registered for this event? It was wild.
Almost 600 people.
600 people registered for this event. Our typical events are 200-300 people. This event was 600. It doubled it. And I got to show you, this is how inspired I was after reading Sean's book. I went and created my own little YouTube studio in my place. So this is my new YouTube setup. Right. So I got my awards, I got my lighting, I got all kinds of lighting going on. I got my microphone. You may want to set up a little spot for yourself to do video, but the guidebook will show you how to do that. So what do you guys think of my little studio here? You're going to see a lot more video from me. Now that I have this set up, I just have to turn it on and I start recording. So I'm super excited because before it was like I had to set it up. I had to do this whole thing. By the time I set up everything, I was ready to take a nap. Right? So now I just, boom, turn on the lights, turn on the camera, let's go. Awesome. I love it. People are giving me comments. Very nice, sweet. I like it. Love it, especially the color and lights. Thing looks beautiful at night too. So what am I going to do with my YouTube channel? My YouTube channel needs love too. I'm like a lot of you. Maybe you started. In fact, I did an analysis of over 100 agents. And can anybody guess what the average number of subscribers across 100 agents that I studied? What do you think the average number of subscribers was for YouTube? Put it in the chat. Was it 5? Was it 10? Was it 100? Was it 200? How active are real estate professionals really on YouTube? I studied it. It was under 10, everybody. Out of 100 agents, the average was under 10 subscribers. Guess how many videos? Also under 10. One agent had 88 videos. So what does that tell you? Opportunity, right? If all the agents aren't doing it and you become the one agent that does it, you crush it. So one of the things I'm doing with my YouTube channel is all these trainings I'm doing, I'm posting them on the YouTube channel so all of you can get the replay. How many of you always ask me, hey, where's the replay, Alex? Hey, Mario, can you send the replay? I mean, we get this every Friday, like streaming. Replay, please. I missed it. I had a closing. I had a listing presentation. Something was happening, right? So I've got them all up on my channel, and I'm going to make it really easy. And I'm also doing an ask. I do these classes every Friday. I would love to get my subscriber count up. So if you text the word training to 516-400-4161, that's going to put you on our list to make sure you're invited every Friday. First of all, that's really important to get invited every Friday and tell your friends about it. Number two is you'll automatically get a link so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay? I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really want you to be there because you're going to catch the recordings. I post them all there so you'll catch the replays. So take a moment now, text the word training to 516-400-4161. This is really for you. And that's going to give you access to an early invite to Friday, complimentary, and you'll automatically get a link where you can subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe to my channel, let me know. And that's my only pass for entry here, everybody. Just show a little love, give me a subscribe, and I'm here 1 hour giving content complimentary. So I'll give you all a minute here to text in the word training. Let me know that you got the link to our channel, say subscribed, and I'll feel the love, and then I will bring it like you've never seen it for today on a Friday about AI. I got super creative for this training today. Awesome. Subscribe.
And I
subscribe.
would say that
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the difference between us and some of the folks out there in the industry creating some content for the industry is that we go into the farthest extent of education and the most current and the most recent, and we really listen. We make sure to provide education that's not way too complex, that kind of intimidates you. So you say, that sounds really good. I could never do that though. I'm not there. We actually bring it down very simple. Hey, go to your contacts and say add contacts, and voila, now you have followers. So this is the difference. You're part of our community. We handhold you, we work with you, we watch you grow, and then we love to see how you succeed. This is, I think, a very unique environment that we have created in the industry.
And that's a great point, Mario. I'm actually going to demonstrate that. So once you get to our channel and you hit subscribe, the very first video you're going to see is the one we did yesterday. So you're going to see Sean Cannell's training. He was there for 1 hour and 45 minutes answering all kinds of questions on what videos to create for real estate. What is the catchy hook? Like literally, he gave you the step-by-step on how to set up your YouTube channel, what kind of videos to do, what to name each video. He gave us ideas on how to do video. And that's how easy it is. You subscribe, the first video you see is that. The second video you see is the one we did last week, which was on your brand. How to leverage AI to write your brand, how to get your brand done. The next video you'll see is Cold Calls Are Dead, and it was about email marketing. And the next one you'll see is Master Listing Presentations, where we helped everybody create this masterful listing presentation. So I've been in the industry 25 years. I've seen a lot of things. My mom was a realtor. That's why you saw her on the first slide. And all these videos I'm doing is really to give back to the industry because I feel like a lot of you are getting trainings that are way over your head. No offense. It's just, I think the trainers don't get it, that we got to break it down a little simple. Like my mom wasn't a Facebook guru or an Instagram guru. I had to train her how to do certain things in a very simple way. How many of you feel like you're overwhelmed? Like some of the technology and training that you get is just like, whoa, I tried to take notes. I tried to implement, but it just didn't work. Let me know if you're overwhelmed by the amount of technology and training, say overwhelmed. I try to break it down simple because if we can't digest it, we are not going to do anything with it. I'm the same way. Like you put me in front of a technical coach and they're going off for an hour. I'm like, I don't even know what you just said, right? KPIs, this, that, ACV, LTV, QRT, whatever abbreviations. It's got to be basic enough where I can eat it up and I can actually implement it. So what I'm going to try to give you today is things that I am going to give you things today that you can eat up, that you can implement, that you can take action on. Thank you, Grace. Appreciate you. So now that a lot of you have subscribed to the channel, here's something else I'm going to give you. For some of you that missed it yesterday, I had so many people, Mario, it was crazy. Last night, I'm getting texts in the middle of the night. Hey, can I get the training guide? Can I get the video guide? I need to buy that gear. I want to get that stick. I want to get that mic. I want to get that camera. So everybody was asking me, I'm Amazon over here. I'm not Amazon, but I have the access to the guidebook that Sean gave everybody who was in the class. So if you missed it yesterday, I'm going to give you the guidebook. Does that sound good? Because everybody was asking me for it. So this guidebook gives you links to all the best equipment, the lowest cost equipment, by the way. We're not talking about thousands of dollars. We're talking about like a $20 thing or a $15 thing or a $50 thing that's going to really make a difference in how you do video. So I usually give away a lot of other free stuff too. Today, I just want to focus on the video because so many people wanted it. So if you text the word video to that same phone number that you just texted before, it's automatically going to send you the link to the gear guide. So if you text that in, you're going to get the link to the gear guide, and you're going to learn everything about Sean Cannell and what he offers for the community. He's got a great training program. In fact, I think about 30 agents signed up for his program. If that's something that's interesting to you, check it out. But I'm giving you both of the links. So just text the word video to this phone number. Once you got the link, say I got the links, and then we're about to get into the AI content for today. I never want you to feel like you're missing something. That's why sometimes I bring in like last week's training, because you might have missed it and now you missed a whole world of opportunity.
Thank you. Also, Alex, people are saying that they appreciate the rhythm of your voice. You have a nice rhythm. You're not speaking too fast. You're not speaking too slow. Silky, sexy, well timed.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And this is one of the things I want to tell you all. When you watch these videos, when you watch the replays, when you come join us, stay tuned, because there's always a little joke you're going to hear that you did not expect. And if you watch some of our past videos on our channel, you'll notice some things that were not supposed to happen, but this is part of the mix. We make it very, very interesting. So you want to pay close attention to the good ones.
Yeah, Grace is like, I didn't say that. I know Mario said that. Mario likes to joke with me all the time. You'll catch our little jokes here and there. We got to make it entertaining, right? Otherwise, it's a boring webinar, and that's not fun. So moving on. Text the word video. You get the guidebooks, the gear guidebook, and all of that. So let me keep moving here. Oops, moving a little fast there. Perfect. So just intro you. Life is a journey. This did not happen overnight for me. It's been 25 years in the game. And the biggest learning I've had is in the last 2 years. If you've been on my calls, you've heard this before. But the way I look at this, I've got one heart, I've got one brain, I've got 24 hours in the day. What am I going to do with my time to get the most impact, the most fulfillment, the most productivity? And the 80-20 rule has really come in handy for me. I'm focused on the top priority items, and Mario trains me on this all the time. Alex, stop doing that. That is not really pushing the business forward. Hey, stop doing that. Why are you doing that? Like, that's not your job. Like, all of us are doing so much, but we're spinning our wheels, when we could be focused on the 20% of things that are going to really make a difference for our business, right? Like learning AI is actually in the 20% for me. Learning AI, maybe not implementing it because I'll have somebody else do it, but learning it, yeah, I want to know about how far we can take this. So the question becomes, what are you going to stop doing? What are you going to stop doing in your business this year so that you can actually do the stuff that matters? Great question, right? My coaches ask me this all the time. Alex, what are you going to stop doing this week? Because you're doing so much, but you're only fulfilled on these items, and you're only making money on these items. And that's productive. The other stuff, not so much. So what I've learned is kind of like Michelangelo says when he created the statue of David. He created a vision of David in his head and simply carved away or chiseled away everything that was not David. I'm chiseling away everything that is not Alex so I can focus on the high priority items. And this is one of them for me. Doing these Friday trainings, I love this stuff. I love being generous with you all. I love sharing the knowledge that I have. I love seeing people take action. I love seeing people come back. This is like part of what fulfills me in life. It's clear to me that I'm an educator. Like that's what I enjoy doing, right? So I've won awards for this. I hit the Inc. 5000. It's not about all the awards, but I just want the new people to understand this has been a journey of 25 years. It took a long time. So we're about to get into AI and social media. First question, how many of you are using AI on a daily basis, weekly basis, or not at all? Put daily, weekly, or not at all. Robert says, yes, daily. Kathy says weekly, daily, weekly. Awesome. So we're all kind of using AI, right? My goal today is to open up your vision, widen your horizon, and have you be a little more creative on your use of AI. Okay? And what inspired this for me was actually everybody in the world posting the same thing on social media this past week. Check out my action figure. Check out my realtor action figure, my entrepreneur action figure, because they did some chat GPT thing and they were like, oh, this is so cool. It was cool. It's funny. But do we really got to all do the same exact thing? Can we get a little creative here? So then I started getting really creative with AI and all the ideas that started flowing through my head. And I'm like, all right, let me start sharing some of this stuff. So let's get into it. AI can be used for a lot of things. Search. So you can use ChatGPT as your search engine instead of Google. You could use Pi. You could use Perplexity. I'll talk about these in a second. You can use AI for social media. Many of you don't know this, but Canva and ChatGPT are kind of like partners now. So Canva is integrated into ChatGPT. That's pretty wild. Canva also just had an event where they launched all these new AI features. How many people use Canva? If you use Canva, say Canva in the chat. What about emails? Has anybody used Fixer.ai? That cleans up your email box crazily, right? What about note taking? Anybody on this call right now taking notes using Otter or Fathom or Wave or Plod? I'll talk about these too. But these are the kind of tools that could save you a lot of time with note taking. And there's many, many more. So I'm going to start with the fun stuff. Mario, we're going to have a little fun now. ChatGPT fun stuff. Everybody using ChatGPT? Who's not using ChatGPT? Say, I'm not using ChatGPT. All of you should at least experiment with ChatGPT at this point. If you don't have it installed, you're not using it, I do think you're missing out here. It's a pretty powerful tool. Not pretty powerful, amazingly powerful tool. Like it even tells me what music to listen to now. It writes an entire process document for my team and puts it into a project management system. I am on steroids now through AI. Like Mario, maybe make a couple comments on this, but like ever since you told me, you're like, hey, are you really going to write that whole process document? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, did you try asking AI to write it for you? And I'm like, no. So then I go, hey, ChatGPT, can you write me a process document for improving the Facebook community engagement? And boom, the thing wrote a whole document. And then it asks me, would you like me to put it into project management software for you or a spreadsheet or a document and assign your team members? I'm like, yes. And it does. I was like, this is crazy. So I'm going to open you up today that you can ask ChatGPT pretty much anything. Okay. I use the $20 a month for Chris, who's asking. I do the $20 a month right now. Maybe I should be doing something else, but that's what I'm using. Albert says, I use Google Gemini and Microsoft Copilot and Designer on a daily basis. ChatGPT, not so much anymore, though. Hey, everybody's got different uses, different tools. I'm going to show you some cool ChatGPT stuff. So, first of all,
before you got there,
yeah, go ahead. You may.
So the one thing you want to take away from this, it's that whatever is taking you time because you need to research, because you need to think it through, because you need to double check, because you need to make sure that it's completely organized, that can be replaced by artificial intelligence. And the reason why is very simple. It takes you time to process information. This AI, they're using what is called, what is the name of it? Large data. In other words, what you're trying to do, it has already done a couple million or billion times. So it's no sweat to it. One example, what I do, and let me see if you guys have tried this. I just use my phone recorder and I talk for 15, 20 minutes, my thoughts of the day. Then I say, transcribe this thing. And then I say, convert this to a blog post. Then I say, convert this to a scientific study. Convert this to an article. And when I read it, I say, it looks good. Now add some scientific evidence just to make sure it's credible. All of that would have taken me months, or just quit somewhere in the middle. That's the kind of power, and that's just, talking a very small portion of what it can do.
Yeah. And imagine Jack just asked the question, what's the advantage of the $20 version of ChatGPT? So I went into ChatGPT just now, Jack, and I said, what's the advantage of paid ChatGPT? And of course, I got an answer right away. You're going to get access to GPT-4. You're going to get faster performance. You're going to get priority access. You're going to get image creation. That's the big one, by the way, image creation. You're going to get all these different softwares. You're going to get faster responses. It's going to understand your tone of voice. It's going to store what you're doing and build a knowledge base. So there's tons of advantages to it, right? But if I had to figure that out, forget about it. It would take me, I would probably told Jack, hey, Jack, I'll get back to you in an hour or two. And I would have never gone back to him, right?
Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it. So check it out. I follow what everybody did. Who saw this? The action figure post, right? All these different versions of action figures. So what's the prompt? If you want to make your own action figure, you go into ChatGPT and you write, create an action figure in packaging with the following accessories for me as a speaker. And you list the accessories: a plane, a laptop, a bottle of wine. Maybe if you're a realtor, you're like, oh yeah, my accessories are a bottle of wine, a laptop, the keys to my car, an open house sign. And you create your own action figure. Super easy. That's why everybody's doing it and everybody thinks it's so cool, right? Because it produces something like this in ChatGPT. Who's done this? Anybody done this and posted this? Done or posted? Let me know in the chat. But this is the prompt. And everybody's asking on Facebook, how did you do this? And la, la, la. That's all they did. They went to ChatGPT and said, do it. Now, I said, that's pretty cool. But if you want to create more engagement, you should actually post all the versions that got created and let people vote for which version they like better. So I asked ChatGPT, do the same thing, but label them as 1, 2, and 3 so people can vote. So I made this version with my girlfriend. I made this version with all 3. So now I could post, and instead of getting, oh, cool, you do it like everybody else, I'm doing something different where I'm letting them vote for which action figure they think better represents me. People love to vote. People love to put in their opinion. People love to comment on your post if you give them a reason to comment. So you want to create engaging content on social media, always think, can they answer something here? Or are you just stating something? Most of the times you don't get engagement on social media is because you're just making a statement. I went to this event. Okay, great. People are like, thumbs up. You went to the event. I love it. Like it. Right? But what if you said, I went to these 3 events. Which one is your favorite event? And you give them some choices and they know how to answer. Now you create engagement and you create comments and you create likes, right? You could do this with homes. Post up 3 pictures of a home. How did I do this? I uploaded the image, right? So Estella says, can you show us the step-by-step on how do you do this? So pretty simple, right? I go to ChatGPT and I write, create an action figure in packaging with the following accessories: a plane, a laptop, a backpack, and white shoes, because that's me. And make it as a speaker using this photo, and I uploaded my photo, and then I added label it 1, 2, 3 so people can vote. You don't have to do that, but I did something creative. Make sense? Then I said, turn this into a social media post. And boom, it created a social media post, which is your favorite. And let people vote 1, 2, 3. And it creates engagement.
The only question I have, Alex, is for version 3 with the pink high heels. What is that all about?
You caught it. I was waiting for somebody to catch it. That's the little trick that I keep adding in to keep it exciting, right? What that's all about is I was bringing the perfect shoe, like in Cinderella, to my princess and see if the shoe fit. That's what I was doing. So will any of these AI tools allow us to make Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook and make one that will be interactive with people, like asking a question? Definitely for Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, Robert. To make them interactive, you need some other technologies. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. So does everybody get how simple this is? I mean, it may not be simple for everybody, but I just want you to know that that's how simple it was for the people that created it. All they did is they went to ChatGPT and said, make me this. You're going to get it in a second because I'm going to reinforce this, okay? As Mario knows, I like to repeat myself, but I'm going to repeat myself in different ways today. I went in and said, hey, ChatGPT, create me a surrealist painting of me using this photo. Would you think ChatGPT could do it? I don't know. I said, let me play with ChatGPT and see if it does it. So I upload this photo. I say, ChatGPT, make me a surrealist painting because I love Dali stuff, right? And what does ChatGPT do? It made me this. Pretty wild, huh? So I'm opening up your vision a little bit here. Start asking it anything and see if it delivers. How does it deliver? So once you have ChatGPT as an app on your phone, start asking it silly things just to explore the possibility, will it deliver? I didn't know it would deliver this, but I was like, wow, pretty good. They didn't even know I liked Dali. I didn't even tell them Dali. I just said surrealist. It immediately grabbed the Dali concept, put my awards on the wall. Pretty cool, right? What do you think, Mario? Not bad?
No, I love it. I do see the analogies to like the poetry Nevermore, Edgar Allan Poe. I do see the melting clocks from by Dali. It's got a lot of value. I mean, you could even make this into a big frame, put it on your wall.
There you go. So let's keep playing with this. So then I said, make me a cartoon. And it made me a cartoon. All I said was, ChatGPT, make me a cartoon of this photo. And I uploaded the photo. Not bad. You could have fun with this on social media. People would comment on this. People would like it. You're looking for content. A lot of you are looking for content. And here I'm saying, take a photo from your phone, upload it to ChatGPT, and ask it to do something with the photo. You get the basics of this? Take the photo, upload to ChatGPT, do something. Make it surrealist painting. Make it cartoon. Make it comic strip. So then I said, make me a comic book. Make me a comic book with me as the cartoon winning property listings. How many of you could use this little post? Alex Montalenti, the listing legend. Hey, ChatGPT was pretty creative here. Look how little I gave it to work with. Make me a comic book with me as the cartoon winning property listings. And it did this, holding a listing contract, holding my logo. What? This is wild stuff. Do you think this is wild? Am I just crazy here? But like, do you see how far we can go with just one little thing? I only uploaded one photo here, by the way, and it just kept going. So I'm like, I'm just going to keep playing. If it's going to keep going, I'm going to keep testing it. You got me? So then I said, make me a whole comic book out of it. It started making me a comic book. Another cool post that people, you see how I went from action figure? Everybody got stuck at action figure. I'm like, yeah, redone a million times versus how many people are posting a comic book? How many people are posting a cartoon? How many people are posting a surrealist painting? I don't know. Don't see it too much. Then I said, make me an award. I want to have an award for the best realtor in Miami Beach. And it made me this beautiful award for outstanding excellence in real estate. You know how many congratulations you get on something like this? People don't even know what your awards are about most of the time, let's be honest. Right? Oh, you're top GCI for performance. Yeah, I get it, but you can just make your own award here. Just playing around a little bit, seeing how far I can take this, right? Then I said, make me a logo. It made me a pretty good logo, and it actually knew that the X is the logo that I like, and I put it in my own stuff. So it's starting to learn who I am. And by the way, I'm doing all of this in one seating. I was like, make me this. Now make me that. Now make me that. So Estella, yeah, you can go in ChatGPT and say, what are my brand values? And it'll be like, boom. Now take my brand values and make me a logo with red and black. And boom, it'll make you a logo. By the way, it has Canva integration now, so it'll not only make the logo, but it'll open it up in Canva for you so you can edit it. You get where I'm going here? This is pretty wild stuff. Are we learning something? What's your biggest takeaway so far? It seems basic, but I'm trying to open you up to anything can get created here. Let's get creative, right? I'm going to keep
everybody, not only here in Zoom, but also in our Facebook community, LinkedIn, YouTube. Let us know, what are you learning? What do you think you can practice yourself? How far do you think you can take it? How much of a difference will that make in your time, your business, your pocketbook?
Imagine you just created like 20 posts just from the creativity of this, right? I just want to get the creative juices flowing because for me, creativity is a big deal. What about this happened yesterday? Anybody catch the news? Breaking news from Zillow. Everybody heard about this? If you didn't, you need to know about this. Zillow said they are not going to do any more private listings. It has to be on the MLS. They're not going to market listings that are like pocket listings or anything like that. So I took the news, something relevant, and I put it into ChatGPT and I said, write me a post why this matters for my customers. Okay. So Zillow announced this. EXP jumped on right away with this. It's a whole big thing right now. If you're not researching this as a realtor, you do need to know about this. It's a huge, huge thing that's happening. Zillow took a stand and said, no more off-market listings on Zillow. That's pretty massive, bold move right there. But how do you turn that into a post where you become the educator for your consumers? Yeah, Stella's like, wow, about time they start showing us respect. I feel you. So I took that news item, relevant, put it into ChatGPT and said, write me a post for my consumers. So look what it wrote. Zillow just announced they will no longer support listings that were previously marketed off market, meaning properties that were shared privately are not accessible to the full public. Why does this matter for you? If your home is enlisted publicly from the start, Zillow may not feature it at all. That means fewer eyes, fewer offers, and potentially less money in your pocket. This is why listing with a professional realtor is more important than ever. A great agent ensures your listing gets maxed. Great post, right? Isn't this a pretty solid post for your consumers? Why they should list with you? Because you list on the MLS, and by listing on the MLS, it goes into Zillow and all this good stuff. Pretty cool. Anyway,
whoever's not,
yeah, go ahead.
Whoever's not running and making this their most recent post all over their social media, I don't know what you're doing. This is huge.
Yeah, because everybody's taking this and running with it, but here's the difference. I took it and ran with it from the point of view of how does this help consumers? Okay. Everybody else that I see posting this is like, what's this mean for the industry? Do you think your consumers care what it really means for the industry? They care what it means to them as a homeowner. You get me? Yeah, this would be good for a blog post, an Instagram, a YouTube video. How many views could you get on this thing if you started doing a little video about it? You get where I'm going?
Yeah, but Alex, I don't know what to say on my video. How would I say something?
Good one, Mario. And then I would go to ChatGPT and say, take this item, turn it into a blog post. Take this item, turn it into a video script. And then if you don't even want to read the script, take it and put it into HeyGen, and HeyGen will do the video for you using an avatar. I mean, this stuff is getting so wild now, people. You have no idea. You literally can create whatever you want. And I'm going to keep going here. Hopefully you're getting how far you can take this. So then I said, well, what's a good post that would be like a cartoon for a realtor? I said, make me a therapist and the homeowner's in the chair, and I have the question bubble saying, do you trust your realtor? Because all of you know there is a little bit of a trust issue that consumers have when it comes to the realtor. Did you show my home? Did you market it properly? Are you going to get me the best price? So I would just take that head on, because you might even win a listing from a post like this. Somebody else who's saying, you know what, I'm working with a realtor right now and I don't trust them. I'm not sure if I'm getting my showings. This has happened to me. Not saying I don't trust all realtors, right? Yeah, this is a generated image, by the way, right through ChatGPT. Then I said, what's the most popular fear that a homeowner has? Make me an image. Do you ever think, what if my home doesn't sell for the price I want? According to ChatGPT, this is the number one fear of homeowners selling their home. What if it doesn't sell for the price I want? What if I have to drop the price? What if that means I can't afford the house I want to move into? What does that mean for my family? This is a stressful emotional situation. I actually personally sold my house for $100,000 less than I thought it was going to sell for. That sucked, right? So why not tackle this too? Like, how many of you consumers out there are thinking, well, what if my home doesn't sell for the price I want? So you could just create a post, ask ChatGPT to make this cute cartoon and make it look like you if you want.
To answer your question, Gabriel, yes, this would be incredible for a blog post, an update on your Instagram, an update on your Facebook, an update on your Google business page, everywhere. It would allow people to learn something they don't even know what's going on around the news, and let them know that you are the expert. Here's where they can go to get the correct information and be at the best position for their benefit.
So how many of you feel like I've given you at least, I don't know, 3 ideas for possible posts, blog posts, YouTube video, Instagram reel? Like, there's no shortage, right? Way more than 3, Kirby says, right? Awesome. That's my intention here. Open up the creative, right? Just ask it questions. Go wild. Like you're sitting on the couch like I was the other day. Just ask it, can you do this? Oh, wow, you can. Can you do that? Can you cook my dinner for me? Well, no, but it'll give you the ingredients and it'll give you the recipe and it'll give you the step-by-step, right? So certain things it'll do up to a point, okay? Now we're talking about therapy. Pretty wild. I started asking it philosophical and therapeutical questions, let's call it. Tell me 3 things you learned about me that I may not know about myself. So I asked ChatGPT, tell me 3 things that you, ChatGPT, have learned about me, because I've been plugging away into you, that I have not learned about myself. You're a visionary who craves harmony. You're always dreaming big, whether it's Real Grader, action figures, surrealist art, or becoming a digital influencer. But beneath all of that is a desire for emotional connection and peace, especially in your family and close relationships. Ouch. Pretty good. Right? You carry a weight of leadership, sometimes quietly. You put a lot on your shoulders. You lead a team, support a mission, strive to create wealth. But you also take the blame when things go wrong, when it's not directly your fault. There's a quiet pressure you put on yourself to always show up. I'm getting vulnerable with you all, but I was like, wow, ChatGPT, how do you know me so well? Right? Pretty wild. Your creativity is your healing tool. You don't just use art, branding, and story for business. You use them to make sense of your world, to transform emotions into something powerful. You create to inspire, but also to process, express, and reconnect your truth. Then it's like, do you want to go deeper on any of these? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I got enough. Thank you so much. Got to go now. Right? But just showing you how far you can go with this ChatGPT stuff, right? Have I spread it out a little further for you, like how far you can go? Yeah, Grace, how does it know me so well? Because I feed it a lot of information, right? I ask it a lot of questions. So it's starting to learn who I am. That's the other piece I want you all to get, is the more you use it, the more it's going to give you better answers. Mario, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I was going to share. I don't use ChatGPT as much as I use Gemini, and I know some folks use Gemini. My Gemini, for example, knows that I don't need no sweet talking. My Gemini always says, "Good morning." Oh, great! I'll take a look at that. I'm like, remove the small conversation. Just get the job done. They're like, okay. So it just does the job. Never talks to me nice, and that's the way I like it. So you can actually customize it to your style.
There you go. I love it. All right. So now that I've opened up your ChatGPT window a little wider, let's talk about the rest of AI and some other tools. I got 18 minutes left. So far, so good. How are we doing? We getting something good out of this? I know it's kind of a creative, wild spin here, a little wild ride, but I have a feeling that I've opened up some new creative pathways for you all when it comes to AI and ChatGPT. So AI is exponential, right? Follow the money. We all know about Google. My dad told me about Google in the year 2000, and I jumped in because he was a technology genius. So I'm like, oh, if my dad says Google, I'm going in on Google. Now my dad says Perplexity. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Google says AI is more profound than fire and electricity, if you've heard that quote before. But Perplexity is going to give Google a run for its money. They're already at $15 billion valuation in 3 years. Amazon invested, Nvidia invested. That's wild. Perplexity is the next search engine, everybody. Keep your eyes on this. They don't have directories of agents, they don't have SEO yet, but there's going to be something that's going to open up for you all. And once I have it, I'm going to let you all know. But Perplexity is developing as one of the most powerful search engines on the planet right now. Go check out Perplexity. If you love Google, and by the way, it only took people, 25 years to love Google, even though it was amazing back in the year 2000, Perplexity is just getting started and it's moving at an exponential speed. Who knew about Perplexity? Let me know. Say yes. If you didn't know about Perplexity, say new to me. But Perplexity is like the future of search engines. Once you use it once, you'll get the idea. So, moving on. AI improves productivity by 66% to most people. Most people in my company, I'm going to say 300 to 400% improvement in productivity. And we're just getting started. Okay? Why? And by the way, this is just NVIDIA's stock, right? And how wild that's been. This is what's happening to AI. In 2023, it was a $208 billion market. In 2030, it's going to be a $2 trillion market. Okay. Sorry, I covered that already. Let's go here. So the idea is you can be slow to adopt or you can be fast to adopt. It's the same thing that you could do back in the year 2000 with Google. There were agents that jumped on Google and they got leads and they got SEO and they were winning business above all the other realtors. I was there with them, helping them. And when new technology comes out, there's a window of opportunity. Okay? Do more in less time. Now, let me show you Canva, because I know a lot of you use Canva, and ChatGPT. So now if you go to ChatGPT on the paid version, there's a Canva plugin. So I could actually say, make me a Canva presentation, make me a Canva logo, and it'll open it up in Canva with the presentation with the logo. Wild. But there's also the other side. I'm going to open you guys up. You might have heard of this. You might not have. Who's heard about the secret knock on Canva that just got released like as of yesterday or the day before? There's a secret knock on your Canva application where if you knock 5 times on the logo that says create Canva unchartered, it will unlock all of the AI features of Canva. Majority of the world does not have access to this. I went digging for it and I found it for you all. Do you know, does anybody know about this? Anybody unlock this yet? I just unlocked it for my team. So go into your Canva account. This is a secret. Don't tell everybody because it's going to fill up quick. Go into your Canva account and right on the top, it'll say Canva, create Canva unchartered. Click on it. It'll go ding. Click on it again. It'll go ding, ding. Click on it 5 times. And this beautiful envelope will open up and said, you just unlocked the new AI tools that Canva launched. Wild. Wild stuff, everybody. This stuff is not going to hit the world for months. You get it now. No fee. You just go click, create Canva unchartered. Okay? Everybody get this? Any questions on this? I don't want you to miss this because it's just amazing free tools. So now when I go into Canva, I have a whole new world of tools that is mind-blowing, a whole new layout. It's like I just went into Magic Kingdom. I'm not kidding. For me as a designer, I love this stuff. If you don't see it on Canva, I already did it. So I'm going to try to show it to you. Let's see if I can show it to you real quick. Let's see. Give me a second. Try to show you this little unlock tool. I did it last night, so I know it works. So now I have all these new tools that say new, 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 and that's because I unlocked it, okay? So when you go to your Canva homepage, you click on the Canva logo, and on the very top there's a banner, and it's going to say Canva Uncharted. You click on that Canva Uncharted. Has anybody done it? Tried it? Just make a note of it. Do it after this class, unless you have Canva open. But it's going to unlock all the features. If you have questions about it, you can YouTube it. That's how I found it. I went and searched, like, how do I unlock the AI features of Canva? And boom, there was a video that showed me step by step. Okay, but I'm going to show you some of these new features. Suma did it. Awesome. So I know it's working, right? And this is what happens. It'll say, congratulations, you made it. You're a person to unlock the world. You're something to unlock the world. And then it says, let's go. Okay. So let me, let's see if I can show you this really quick. And I got to move on. Canva Uncharted. Let's see if there's an image of it for some of you. This is what it'll look like right here. Perfect. This is it. So you see this Canva Create Uncharted. See what's coming next. You click on the create or the envelope 5 times, and it unlocks the whole world of the Canva AI tools. Awesome. Dave got it. Chris got it. You're welcome. It's huge. You just got a bunch of new tools that nobody else has access to. So I got to move on for the sake of time. But yeah, freaking crazy, Chris says. It was like I entered the vortex. And now I have all these tools like make me an image, write my first blog post. So it's using ChatGPT to write blog posts. It's using ChatGPT to create imagery. It's mind-blowing, okay? If you don't get it figured out with me right now, Google it, YouTube it, you will find it. It's not that hard to find, but most people don't know about it, okay? So let's look at the AI tools that are within Canva for social media. First of all, you have AI Dream Lab. This already existed. You already had access to it, just got better. And I go into Canva's AI Dream Lab and I say, create me an image. Make me a post for my open house using my headshot. So boom, it makes posts for open house using my headshot. Pretty cool. Gets cooler though. So far, you see what I'm talking about? If you're following, say I'm following. If you got lost, you got in the world of Canva right now, I probably lost some of you. You're in that magic kingdom. Let me know. Following, all good. All right. What about create an image of a real estate professional in the backyard of a home with a pool? Pretty cool. Creates all kinds of images. You can put your own picture of you here. Okay. Create an image of a real estate professional in the backyard of a pool and add a dragon. Why not? I think dragons are cool. That would be wild. Who can find the dragon in the backyard of my listing? Awesome. Sandy says, I have the free version of Canva, and that option opened up for me too. I love that. They're being super generous. That's great. What about AI Magic Writer? Okay. I went into AI Magic Writer in Canva. How do you get there? I'll go back. I'll show you. Right on the home screen of Canva, make an image, and right next to that, write my first draft. It's using AI to write for you. We all know Canva is something that creates images for us, but what if it could write stuff for you? So now I go to Canva and I say, write me a blog post titled The 10 Effective Ways to List and Sell Your Home with a Realtor. And boom, it wrote me a blog post. 10 effective ways to list and sell your home with a realtor. Choose the right realtor. You could use this as a blog post. You could use this as a Facebook post, an Instagram post, you name it. So now Canva has like a ChatGPT style content writer built into it. Pretty wild. It's getting wild, right, everybody? Like, it's never gotten easier than this to create content. What if I want to remove my image background? You have an AI background remover in Canva. I go in and I say, oh, the picture of me and my mom is great, but I want to remove the house. So I use AI background remover. I hit a button, it's right there, and boom, the background gets removed. I love that everybody uncovered that magical kingdom on the Canva. That's so cool. People are like, I opened the envelope. It's amazing. I know. I was blown away when it happened to me too. Blown away. I was like, that's an amazing customer experience. The way they created that, where you have to unlock it by knowing a secret knock, pretty sweet. Mario, that's a note for us. We got to come up with these secret knocks. You only get into the Friday Masterclass if you touch our YouTube channel and invite 5 subscribers. I don't know.
Something fun.
Something more fun than that. All right, so background remover. How do I make background remover something that you all could really use? Many of you have your digital card through us, right? What if you remove the background behind your headshot? So now the video playing on your digital card has you transparent. So see, Ron on the left has a background behind his head, but he could use Canva's background remover and be more like Olga, where it's just Olga floating over the image. Pretty cool, right? So this is an easy way to implement Canva's background remover on a product that you probably have, which is the digital card. If you don't have the digital card, you need one. But this is how easy it is to just upload a new background removed image. Who knows how to do background remover? Let me know in the chat. Who doesn't, say I don't. And who will use it to do this, because I think this is a game changer just for your digital card if you're not using it for other things. Awesome. I use it. I know about it, but I don't use it. So we got a mixed group. Super easy. It's one of my favorite tools now within Canva is background remover. So let's get into some more AI tools before we go. These are the biggest ones that I think you all should be considering. Some form of a note taker or recording device. Okay? Whether it's Fathom or Otter, if you're doing it on Zoom calls, recording notes, or Wave is an app on your phone that will record anything, even a conversation you're having. Pretty wild. I don't know what the rules are on this anymore, but like I literally went into a keynote and pressed record on Wave, and it transcribed the entire keynote, summarized and highlighted the main points, so I didn't have to take notes for the keynote. Now that saved me a lot of time. Not only saved me time, but I could be present to absorb the information versus like trying to quickly take the notes. Claude, I've seen people use this. It clips to your shirt and it records the conversation and transcribes it. So what if you don't like writing? What if you don't like using ChatGPT, but you like to talk? You could start recording yourself using Wave or Claude, and now you've got beautiful content to put out on social media, blog posts. You could write a book. I think we all have a book in us. The problem is we don't write the book because we don't want to write the book. I want to speak the book. I want the book to be recorded from my voice in the tone that I speak. And then I want somebody to edit it and I want somebody to publish it. How about now? Testing.
Yeah, you're back in.
That's perfect. I talk about my voice and I lose my audio. Yeah, I just want to speak the book, right? Yeah, these tools are great to provide me a minutes document after a conference. Totally. I use them in conferences all the time. Video marketing, video.ai will write the captions over your videos. Opus.pro will actually make 10 versions of a video for social media, like an Instagram reel, a YouTube short, a Facebook post, an Instagram post. You just upload the link and it'll make you 10 versions. Okay. If anybody wants this deck after this meeting, I will give you the deck. Okay. I'll give you, just text in and say deck, DECK, and we'll send you the deck. Okay. Search Assistant, Perplexity, Pi, ChatGPT, image editing, Canva, Lensa. Okay. So I'm going to fly. Yeah, don't put it in the chat. Just text it to us. But imagine next year when you start using these AI tools, how far can you go? Imagine you're using the search tools like Perplexity. Imagine you're using ChatGPT. Maybe you're using Pi. Maybe you're using note-taking tools like Fathom, like AI, like Otter. Design and social, Lensa. Okay, what if you created like your own Lensa AI headshot, like a meta headshot like this? All I did with Lensa is I uploaded a photo and it made me a cool modern AI headshot. Video production, video.ai, opus.pro, HeyGen. HeyGen, you can give it your script, like a blog post, and it'll create a video for you. So you don't have to create the video. It'll speak the video for you. That's HeyGen. A lot of people using HeyGen now. Check this thing out. It's wild. You can create free videos on there, by the way. Opus Clip is where you give it a link to a video and it makes multiple versions of social media. I know I'm flying through these. That's why I'm going to give you the deck. What about Copilot to rewrite your bio? Have you rewritten your bio in a while? Have you asked AI to write your bio in a more professional tone? Have you asked your bio to create a biography about you, a one-pager? You could do that using AI. And what about social media? Our clients are using AI every day. Like Ron over here, we gave him, we have an AI called Influencer. And in this AI, Ron can actually go in, create a post. It's automatically linked to all his accounts: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Google Business. He chooses an image or uploads it from Canva, or he asks ChatGPT to create it, right? Then he asks our AI to write the post in whatever tone he wants. He tells it to add hashtags and add emojis, and it writes the post. So now Ron doesn't have to write the post. He doesn't have to find the image. He gets the image created. He gets the post created. He posts it on all his platforms, and now Ron looks like a social media master. That's what's missing for a lot of you, is you're not taking advantage of these tools that are just going to make your life easy. Isn't that pretty mind-blowing? Like, that's where we're at, everybody. We're at a place where you don't have to be that creative. You just have to be creative enough to use the tools and ask the right questions. So Ron, check him out. He's got posts going out on Google, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these different things. So we have our own AI here at RealGrader too. And we've got all these influencers using it. So how many of you are influencers right now on the call? I'm just curious. Are you part of our influencer community? Say influencer if you're an influencer. Awesome. We got Kevin, Susie's an influencer, Tanya's an influencer, Sandy's an influencer, Jacqueline's an influencer. So all of you know, every Monday I do a call to show you all how to use these tools. Every Tuesday, we do a training to give you support. Every Wednesday, we teach you how to post. Every Thursday, we do digital card training. Every Friday, we do this masterclass. So if you're loving what you're seeing here on my Friday masterclass and you want to get more involved, you want to be more a part of our influencer community, we do have that option open to you. All of this is included. You can get more information. If you just want information on it, I'm not here to sell you on it, but if you want information on it, you can text 97 to this phone number and you'll learn what we're doing for other people as well. And yes, Sandy, all the classes are online on the dashboard. So I'm going to give you all the deck right here. Let's give you the deck. Let's do this. Boom. I'm going to share a publicly viewable link because all of you are asking for the deck. Let's give it to you here. Public view link. Create. Copy. So for all of you on the call, you just got the link in the chat. Download that link. That is the complete deck that we just went through. I know some parts I went through faster. Now you'll have everything. You can follow the steps. You can check out the information. You can follow the keyword prompts. If you got the link, just say, I got the link. Thank you so much, Alex. And finally, I want you all to think about this, that imagine what happens in 2 years from now if you're actually leveraging some of this technology. I've been in this industry for 25 years. I've been talking about Google business pages for Mario knows, like what, 15 years?
Yeah.
And still there's agents that don't have Google business pages. In fact, I mean, I see it all the time. I talk about Google reviews for what, the past 8 years, and still there's agents that don't have more than 25 Google reviews. So why I'm saying this? I'm saying this that it's always an opportunity. You can go next level compared to your competition, right? Whether you're using AI, you're using social media, you're getting Google reviews, you're jumping on the YouTube. I mean, when I saw the numbers on YouTube, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so just the beginning. Like there's another 25 years easy for YouTube for real estate, right? Some industries, they're crushing it. Like health is already crushing YouTube for 15 years. But for real estate, it's just getting started. Welcome to the party, right? You could literally start today, and in a year, you would be ahead of 90% of realtors in 1 year, just following the basic steps of like Sean Cannell, right? You follow some of this AI stuff, you're like light years ahead of most realtors, right? So that's just 2 years out. Imagine 5 years out if you start implementing some of this stuff. And that's what we don't realize. Like, I'm very impatient. Mario knows this. I want results now. I'm not like the farmer that like plants the seed and then I watch the flowers growing 10 years from now. I'm like, oh, look at the avocado tree. That's so nice. It's feeding my family many years later. No, I want like that instant gratification like all of you. And if you start planting the seeds and you consistently water them, you will get the results, which I'm noticing for myself. It took a lot of work to get here. 25 years, no overnight journey, by far, not an overnight journey. But now the trees are starting to blossom, right? The flowers are starting to bloom. But just imagine you dig into some of this stuff little by little in 5 years, how far you would go. Grace is like, I don't have 25 years. Yes, you do, Grace. But even in 5, let's see what happens. In 2, let's see next week, let's see what happens if you start embracing some of this technology, right? We fear it, but it's a beautiful thing when it's working for us.
Or you can ask ChatGPT, say, given the next 5 years, how can I make the most out of my time in order to adapt current emerging technology so that I don't waste time and I have no regrets? I bet you're going to get a nice answer too.
There you go. So I'd love to hear, what were your biggest takeaways today? If you could just share a few, just so I see what's landing for you all. It's about 59 of you still on the call. Let me know in the chat, what was your biggest takeaway today? Was it the ChatGPT stuff? What did I open up your creativity? Did I spark something for Canva for you? Did you unlock the magical kingdom of Canva's secret door? Right? We did a lot today in an hour, I think. I love it. We need to embrace AI, says Jacqueline. The Canva secret door. How much potential is out there? Canva secret door. Spark the creativity of ChatGPT. AI video tools. Confirmation that I'm following the correct trail. Yes, Dominic. I need to use AI more. What is the AI that helped clean out email? Fixer, FYXR. I love all the information. Can't wait to get started. I need to find a nerd family member to come over and help me. I love it. Big Spark. Lots of great ideas. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I am continuing to speak at a lot of events in Q2. My calendar is getting full. If you know any events, your conferences, your brokers want us to come in and do presentations, teach about all this AI stuff to your office, to your company, your brokerage, please reach out to us at hello@realgrader.com for any speaking opportunities or ideas that you have of where we can speak. We're looking to increase our reach, have unlimited potential ourselves, and spread the word about all this great technology. The link to the deck is in the chat, Tina. You have it right there. And lastly, if you haven't done it yet and you love today's training and you want to come back next Friday, text training to this phone number and feel free to share this with your broker, with your associates. We do not have a cap here. Our goal is to get to 500 every Friday, then bring in 1,000 agents every Friday and keep growing the community here, because there's no shortage of content for me, and there's definitely not a shortage of real estate agents that need help with this. So if you want to help a fellow agent, help a fellow associate, let them know. They can text the word training to this number, take a screenshot. If you got value today and you want to give us a 5-star review and you have not done it before, hit us up on realgraderreview.com. Share with us what you're learning, why you love coming to the trainings. Invite a friend, influencerexperttraining.com. And Mario, anything final you want to share before we go?
No, just once again remind you that Alex Montalenti is actually a professional speaker nationwide, actually now international. He did do an amazing talk in Argentina. That was a wild success. So we're looking for opportunities where he can actually go and wake up your crowd, inspire your crowd, let them know that, hey, it is possible. I don't care how old you are, how new, how old, doesn't matter. Alex is known to have a very unique approach to his speaking. So please keep us in mind. We'll send you all the details in terms of hiring him as your professional speaker.
Excellent. And of course, if you have any feedback, speaking opportunity ideas, we review all the emails that come into hello@realgrader.com. So let us know. And thank you for being here today. Enjoy your weekend. Share with a friend. Be kind, be generous, be loving, be responsible. And we'll see you next week.
And have fun.
And have fun. Yes. Always bringing that fun. Tim, I hope you feel better.